Alrighty, folks, let's talk about the different leadership styles that you could see from a different leader somewhere in the world. Now, this is going to come from Goldman's 2000 essay titled Leadership That Gets Results. So we can see here 6 different styles of leadership. This applies to politics, this applies to government, this applies within the workforce, could be parenting, all these different styles of leadership and how they can be effective or how they might not be effective depending on the certain circumstance. It's also important to understand that leadership styles are going to be influenced heavily by the culture. Certain types of leadership style will work more effective within one cultural norm than they would within a different cultural norm. So it is important to understand that there's not one that's like the best or the worst or the most effective. It really varies based upon the individual context that you are looking at. Now, the first type of leadership we're going to talk about is coercive leadership. Coercive leadership demands immediate compliance. This is where you do exactly what you're being told when you were told to do it because that is what the leader of your organization, whatever it might be, wants. The conflict that comes about from this is it has a negative impact on the climate of the organization. So whatever you're leading, coercive leaders tend to harm the kind of overall happiness, so to speak, of the organization that they're a part of. Because people, by and large, don't like being told to do something right now exactly as someone else demands you do it. Now, a positive of this is in times of crisis, this is very efficient. If you're on a ship that ship is sinking and the captain of the ship comes up and says, hey, you need to do this right now because this is what's going to save the most amount of lives, you probably should be doing that. It might have a negative impact on the climate, but also having a ship sink negatively impacts the climate. So it kind of be a bit of a metaphor going on right through there. So this is very efficient in times of crisis. However, it also has a negative impact on the organization. This is a matter of, quote, do what I tell you. I'm telling you to do this. I am in charge. Do it. Do it now. The second one we're going to talk about is authoritative leadership. Now, authoritative leadership mobilizes the individuals who are a part of that group towards a shared vision. This is going to be effective if it is a new vision and a new direction is going to be needed. So this is someone else coming in, kind of a change agent saying, hey, here's the idea that I want to bring forth. Let's do this and let's do this together. So organizations that are maybe not going down the right way, maybe they're failing as a company, maybe the government is having some kind of turmoil. Hey, here's a new way of doing this. Follow me and everything is going to be better. Authoritative leaders are going to be those who are saying, come with me. I will do this with you. Together, we will make this work. The next one to talk about is affiliative leadership. Affiliative leadership concentrates on harmony and emotional bonds. So we are going to go through this. We're going to do this together. This is very effective and efficient in difficult circumstances. So organizations that are coming out of very hard times, maybe, for example, be very sad, but you have a school that had a school shooting. The principal comes in and says, we're all struggling through this. We're going to do this together. We're going to make it through. So these are kind of leaders that are efficient in difficult circumstances, concentrating on the emotional bonds of the individuals and using this to bring the group together. In terms of politics, this could work in a number of situations, particularly in countries that are struggling with difficult circumstances or even localities struggling with difficult circumstances. The next one to talk about is democratic leadership. Democratic leadership creates consensus through participation. So people are involved and engaged. This one is incredibly efficient if buy-in is needed. So if you need the individuals you are representing or leading to agree with what you're doing, a democratic leadership style is very effective because the people have a say. This allows team members to feel valued. So if you are a leader and you're practicing this kind of leadership style, people who are a part of your team, however it might be, feel that they are valued and they're cared. This is where you go and say, hey, what do you think? How do we do this? What's your thought about this? You don't just listen, but you actually implement some of those thoughts. Very efficient if buy-in is needed. Again, consensus through participation. The next one we're going to talk about is pace-setting leadership. Pace-setting leadership sets incredibly high standards for performance, and this is efficient with people who are motivated and competent. Think of the coach who gets on the bench and just rips his players a new one, and then they go out and they play even better. That's really good when you have effective and motivated, competent people who know what they're doing. However, if they're already trying their best and that's still not enough, and you just kind of tear them down, it's only going to make things worse. So this style of leadership is very effective with highly motivated people who know what they're doing. Otherwise, it's not very effective. One thing that is important to understand about pace setting leadership is it tends to get some quick results. It's more of a do it now, as I told you to do it right now, right? Do it the same way I'm doing it and do it right now. If you do this, we're going to be good. If you don't do it, we're going to have problems. Again, in order to do something exactly as the leader wants, right when the leader wants it to be done, the people need to be competent. Competency is key to pace setting leadership. The next one we're going to talk about is coaching leadership. So coaching leadership is where you're going to develop people for work down the line. So you're thinking kind of long term right here. How can I make the entire organization better? How can I make this entire group better when I'm no longer here, or when I am here but in a different capacity and a different role? This is efficient if you need to help others and others need the help. So if you have individuals that need growth and they need to grow, a coaching style of leadership is going to be very important. And as I stated, this is crucial in terms of long-term growth. This is the kind of an idea of, hey, try this, see if this works. We're going to discuss, we're going to debrief, and we're going to go from there. So those are the 6 different styles of leadership from Daniel Goleman. If you want some more information on this on the website, I do have his entire essay right through there, so you can see some information from that. Otherwise, let me know. I'll get back to you soon. Take care. Good luck.